here with us in the studio, and Eazy-G's been trying to arrange this for a while, and here she is. Amanda McCarthy is here. Hello, Amanda.
Hey, how are you?
Good, good. Eric thought, because he said to me today, he's like, "Oh, you've never actually met Amanda, have you?" I was like, "No, actually, I think I interviewed you the first time like 12 years ago. It was,
my God.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've Eric is one of the few people I've known longer than you.
Ah.
I've known him for a long time.
Wow.
Yes, yes. Stefan Philbrook is in the Facebook live chat, and he says, Maura and I saw Amanda play at the Hop Knot back in the day.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, yeah. So when I interviewed you the first time, you had that song, the name escapes me, but it was about bullying.
Oh, that was long ago, Sticks and Stones.
Yeah. So what year was that?
That must have been 2012.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Yes.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah. So you've done a lot since then. You've put out a lot of music. And did you recently move to Nashville, or sort of you're in the process of moving, or?
I did move. I just had to come back here to tie up some things because I moved. It was kind of a quick move, but I live in Nashville, Tennessee now.
Wow. Well, congratulations. That's
Thank
You ever see that guy over there, Alex Preston? He lives down there too. You know him?
I know him. I'm not like super well. Like we've met like once or twice. We're Facebook friends, but he's really cool. He's super
I
talented.
met him when he played at the Rex Theater last year.
That's cool.
pull that mic right up, Eric.
Yeah.
You drift away.
A lot of
from it.
singers
There we go.
are doing their thing now, including you now down in Nashville.
Well, that's a great place to be.
Yeah, including years ago before you were around, and I know you know him pretty well, Jimmy LaHoo.
Jimmy LaHoo.
Yeah.
That's
He tried
how
to
I
make
say
it go down there years ago. It didn't really work out, but obviously he still does his music career here. And now he's got a family and 2 kids and a wife. And
Well, that's the way I
settled
see
down.
it. Like, even if it doesn't go, according
Well,
to
I'm
my
not saying it's
plan,
gonna
I can
go-
always come
I'm not-
back.
Right.
I'm not saying it's not going to work out for you, but I'm saying he tried to do it as best he could years ago. He's still a great performer.
Oh, yeah. He's incredible.
He just did the Giddy Up for prostate cancer there for
Yes.
local show for Chrissy in the Chill Spa there.
Yes, absolutely.
Great show. I didn't go, but
What made you decide to make the move?
good question.
It was kind of a long time coming. I'd already been started thinking about it, like, right before I got pregnant. And, of course, that kind of stopped it. And then it was just kind of a year's battle of, oh, it's not the right time. It's not the right time. It's not the right time. And then eventually, I'd finished putting my album together. And I was like, all right, before I leave New England, I can't put this off forever. I have to get my album out. And I have to at least be nominated for a New England Music Award. I put my album out and won a New England Music Award within 3 months of each other. And I went, oh, crap, I need to move now.
Wow.
So
Yeah.
I set a deadline. This was last September. And I said, by next October, I will be living in Nashville. It's a promise. And even with COVID, I wasn't going to break the promise.
Yeah.
And I even beat the deadline. So
Wow, good for you. Yeah, yeah, that's great. That's great. The rest of your family is still, I think you had your mom with you when I met you, right? Was it or somebody?
it was probably either my mom, my aunt, or both.
Okay, yeah, yeah. So the rest of your family is still here, right?
So I kind of feel like I cheated at moving far away because I brought a lot of people with me. Obviously, my daughter came with me, along with my boyfriend and my daughter's father. I know it sounds weird. It's fine. Everything's fine.
Okay.
And my mom. So it's all of us living together in Nashville. So I did move, but it also doesn't feel like it really because most people move and they're lonely and they have no one. And I kind of cheated. That's fine.
No, if you can figure out how to do that, that's great. I mean, there are television sitcoms where they've done that, where the entire cast moves to a new city. So, no, that's awesome. Very cool. Good for you. Did you want to play something? Well, maybe you play something and then we'll talk some more. I haven't heard you play live in a long time, except for I think I've definitely heard you leaving here at night. You've been playing at Panucci's.
Yeah.
But I haven't gotten to actually see you in studio play live in years.
Been a long time.
I got a quick question for you. On the hip a while back, it said you're coming on a new album, but then I saw something on social media that it's not happening now.
Yeah, so it was kind of like the timing was just awkward. So I had interviewed with Mike at the Hippo, and then I kind of found out something from my management that I should maybe hold off releasing music. But I found off right after it had been sent to publication. So it was kind of awkward timing.
So it's going to be delayed now?
Yeah.
So next year?
I don't know. I don't even know how much I'm allowed to talk about regarding it, but I don't know when I'll be releasing music.
I'll just recycle it.
There you
I
go.
haven't talked about it on the radio for a while, so I'll ask the performer when she gets here.
No, that's okay.
Because if you don't know, nobody will know.
Right.
'Cause I thought I saw something on your social media page that it was delayed. So.
No, that's okay. Do you want to pick my first song I play?
Ooh.
About San Diego.
I had a feeling you'd pick San Diego, but I wanted to make sure I let you pick.
Now, why did you know is that the one that makes him cry?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Well, I don't know if
One time.
Right. Okay. That's
I've cried many times on the station.
yes. He actually has. He's wept many times. Yeah.
But because I was overtired one time, a week to die on. And
I cry when I'm overtired,
Another time,
too. It's
a friend of mine died at the arena. So
Right. Yeah.
I shed a few tears, but it wasn't. I am a crier, though.
Yes. You are.
I hate to admit it, but I am.
But-
I've cried many tears.
All right. Well, let's hear it. All right. Amanda McCarthy, everyone. San Diego. Here we go.
Another year goes by. You look me in the eye, and we both know tomorrow comes anew, and I will come unglued, 'cause we both know when you take off in the morning, the rain will hide the light. If things had just been different, maybe we would win the fight. Maybe we could fly away to San Diego, explore another universe just for you and me. Maybe we could fly away to San Diego. Take my hand on the boulevard, dance with me on the beach, where no one has a hold on me, and you can be who you wanna be. Nothing else would ever come between us and San Diego. How could I be so bold to fall for fool's gold? I didn't know you won't be back for me, like in the fantasy that I let go. When you call me in the afternoon, I'll say that I'm alright, but secretly I'll be here wishing that you might miss your flight. Maybe we could fly away to San Diego, explore another universe just for you and me. Maybe we could fly away to San Diego. Take my hand on the boulevard and dance with me on the beach, where no one has a hold on me, and you can be who you wanna be. Nothing else would ever come between us and San Diego. So don't let go. I'll leave the life I know. Maybe we could fly away to San Diego. Maybe we could fly away to San Diego, explore another universe just for you and me. Maybe we could fly away to San Diego. Take my hand on the boulevard, dance with me on the beach, escape the demons from back home, start a new life on our own. Just say the word, you'll never be alone. If you wait for me in San Diego.
Wow, very nice, very nice. Yeah.
I would tell you a story that we 7 years ago, the taste.
Oh no. Oh, look what you've done, Amanda.
I'm sorry.
I know. I'm retired.
Yeah, it's okay. What? What?
Yeah, I know.
No, it's a beautiful
Plus, I'm
song.
retired too.
Yeah, yeah. What?
Anyways, it was funny because years ago, I was living in this boarding house, and this guy was thrown. The guy that owned the place, I won't repeat his name. He's no longer with us. God rest his soul. He was throwing away my mail, so I had to go down to the post office and get one of those crazy boxes, and it cost a ton of money. And it's money I didn't really have. The post office over here.
A crazy guy was throwing away your mail?
Yeah, the guy was supposed to deliver the mail, but he was drunk all the time, so he just throw it away.
Oh,
He used
yeah.
to throw away the mail instead of delivering it.
Yeah, that's
I
like
can never prove it, but I think he threw it away because when he passed away, the lady that was in charge, I got my mail after that, so it was really strange. But anyways, long story short, I happened to walk into this in town for the first time, and this lady, maybe a couple times I've walked in there, and Lauren was there, and she said, "Hey, I got this ticket for the Taste of Downtown." I said, "What's that all about?" And she said, "Well, it's you go eat different places, and you have a little bit of food, and it's performers, and little did I know, Amanda McCarthy was there.
Oh,
The rest is history."
that's how you met?
Yeah, she was playing with the YMCA. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And I was thinking the other day when I was driving, and I was taking the free shuttle over there.
Pull that mic up easy.
I was taking the free shuttle
There
the
we
other
go.
day
Yeah.
around town. It brings you all around town just to go to the basket.
The Green Dash.
Yeah, I called it the free shuttle. And I was reminding myself that she used to play some pretty crazy places back in the day. I don't know if she remembers.
Yeah.
I went to see her play one time, and there was a little tip jar, and I threw $1 in it. Nobody else did. It was only like 3-4 people there.
Right, right.
They've come a long way from those places.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yes, I have.
Yes,
Oh my
you
God.
have. Well, you know what I remember is
Some dives, I used to call it.
there was a show. Do you remember? It was up at it was at the Beacon Building on Elm Street. It wasn't my show. It was a certain other person's show in the downstairs. We don't talk about him when he's not here because he gets upset. But it was somebody else's show, and it was in the downstairs of an office building, and he had you come in and play. And I was there because I was like involved in the show, but even though it wasn't my show, and it was very weird. And I remember feeling badly for you because the whole thing was so weird. And
I had dealt with weirder, but
yeah,
and yes, out of respect, I won't say anything. But
Yeah.
I remember. I think my boyfriend at the time was with me, and we left, and he was like, "That was weird," and I
Yeah.
was like, "It was a little weird."
yeah, yeah.
But like, one, weird things build character. Two, even back then, I felt like every opportunity was an opportunity. And
Oh,
I
totally,
I still
yeah.
feel that way. So
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
Can I ask a question?
Of course.
Right ahead.
I know a lot about acting. I used to write about it, and when I was young, I acted. But when you sing, I don't know about singing, except having my baby with Carol Robideau on a karaoke night. Do you sing to somebody? Do you pick somebody out in the audience? Because sometimes actors in the theater will see somebody attentive and they'll play towards them. Other actors, it doesn't matter.
Interesting.
What as a singer, or does it change? Do you sing to anybody?
this is gonna make me sound insane, but I just need you to bear with me here. I kind of
Look at you're on this show.
I feel like I dissociate when I sing. Like I
Right.
know that I'm wherever I am, but I sing to my memories. I sing to whatever made the song. And that I think that's why I have such a hard time establishing eye contact while I'm singing.
Right.
Because I'm in another world. I'm here and I know I'm here, but I'm not here.
Yeah.
My mind's in a totally different place. And I think that's just at least for my original music. Not always that way with the covers, but
Yeah.
when I play my original songs, I'm definitely somewhere else.
Yeah. Yeah.
That make a lot of professionals like act are like that. Yeah, they just can do it no matter what the conditions. I guess that must help though, right? If you have like rowdy audiences or something. Okay.
Yeah. And of course, I mean, that's not always the case. Like if an audience is really, really like into it, like I'm much more present. But if it's more of a background music thing, I just drift away.
Okay.
Do you only do solo stuff now, or because at one point did you have a band at one point?
Once upon a time before COVID, I did have a band.
You did, yeah.
And it was so much fun. I love playing solo, of course, but with the band, it's just totally different. There's more behind me. I can kind of bring out like my rock side a little bit. But I did play one band show since COVID. I remember my last band show before everything shut down was at Panucci's on March 7th. And then I played with my band on August 1st, and that was the last time.
Yeah.
So it's been slow lately for the obvious reasons.
Yeah.
And I definitely played solo more. I just think because there's more opportunities around here. But
Yeah. Well, especially now because it's easier to do a show where you're, distanced from everybody if you don't have a band around you.
Yeah. So I do miss the band thing, but it was pretty active in the before times.
Okay. Yeah. With the band, would you do the same songs that you do when you play solo, or some of the same, or would it be a completely different thing?
There's a lot of crossover. We would do some songs that like I can't really play, like Shipping Up to Boston, for example. I don't really know how to do an acoustic version of that, but they would just, rock it out. Or like, I might play slow songs like Breathe by Anna Nolik at an acoustic show, but not really with the band. So, but there's a lot of crossover that we do a lot of the same, but it's just a different vibe.
Okay. And now, are you signed to a label now, or you mentioned management? Like how, and I don't know how much you want to say about that, but.
No, I don't mind talking about that. I'm not with a label. I am with a management company, but it's like a lot of what I do is unexclusive, and this is also unexclusive. We're kind of in the trial period, and we're going to decide later if we want to be exclusive. But I'm working with them more so for my songwriting. So like I still book all my cover gigs. I don't have to pay them for stuff they don't help me with. But they're kind of helping me just work with other songwriters and find some other opportunities within professional songwriting. Mostly with the pop stuff. My country stuff still pretty independent, but there is a little bit of crossover recently.
Okay. So then your deal with them is not to get too into the weeds, but I'm a music business guy, as you know. So effectively, you pay them for what they help you with, but you do whatever you do.
So
is separate.
Right now we're just on like a percentage basis. So like if someone took one of my songs tomorrow and wanted to use it for whatever and it was a $3,000 payout, I'd give them 20% and I'd run with the rest.
Okay.
Yeah.
So they help with licensing and things like that. Yeah, because for a singer-songwriter, I mean, that can be, it's funny too, a lot of people don't realize that can be a very lucrative avenue. Mm-hmm. And people don't even, I mean, there's a lot of songwriters who, the general public doesn't even know who they are necessarily. They're not household names, but they're so enormously successful because, other people have recorded their songs or
Jimmy Webb,
or a song is. Yeah, or a song has been licensed for something. Has anyone else recorded your songs or?
Question.
So I have had 2 bands record my songs. The first one was a long time ago. It was a band called Coda Sky. They recorded a song I wrote called I Don't Deserve It. And I can talk about this. I don't know how well known it is, but April Cushman is coming out with an album called The Long Haul. And I was one of the writers on the title track.
Oh, no kidding.
Yeah.
Oh, very cool.
And I'm working on some more of that as well. That's a lot of what I'm working on in Nashville and with the management. I wanted to put my album out before leaving here just for me.
Yeah.
But I really want to get into writing for others while I figure out what my next album should sound like, because right now I have no idea.
Yeah.
Is that a big announcement tomorrow?
No, it's a different announcement. She's already announced the album. She did a whole and we were talking about that. She got really lucky. She did a whole GoFundMe for it and raised the whole amount of her goal. And she did it like before COVID happened.
Yeah.
And we're like, you were so lucky. If you'd waited another month.
She just went to Nashville the other day.
We hung out. Yeah.
Oh, cool.
We picked her up and we hung out. No, April's awesome. I love her.
There's been a bit of an evolution in her name, by the way, on this show. Because
I know.
Because
oh my God.
Eric does the entertainment report, and when he first started mentioning April Cushman, he kept referring to her as April Cushion, and then we kept having to correct him, and then it turned into April Cashman. And then eventually he got it right. So, but this was week after week. It was probably about a month-long process before he finally got it.
Oh, I got a question. Now around here now, the outdoor dining is going to be ending in like 30 days, and they're not allowing performers to play inside right now because of the COVID. Is that the same situation down in Nashville?
So
Are
I'm
those
really
different rules, right?
I'm really confused with New Hampshire, and maybe someone
Yeah.
tuning in who knows a legal thing or two like can chime in. But some places are saying you can't perform inside, you can't perform inside. But
Nobody's allowing it.
last I knew with the rules, because there were a few places where I've done this, you can have a solo performer inside. So like I could go play, like, and again I don't know if this is legal, so I won't name the establishment. But like one day in the summer, it was really really hot. They brought me inside to play, and I feel like they wouldn't do that if it was illegal. They
Right.
didn't seem like the kind of place that would do that.
Okay.
I know Mass is weird. Like they can have a solo performer inside, but in Mass they can't sing. It has to be instrumental.
Okay.
Nashville is kind of a free for all. It kind of scares me a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Volunteer state.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I don't want COVID to stop me from living my life, but I wear a mask. I keep my distance. And down there, just nobody does that. So things are
read that. Yeah.
yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Things are very quote unquote normal down there. I try to keep up with the pace of the industry while also keeping myself safe.
Yeah. Especially with a child and everything. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's definitely trickier down there than it is up here. I would be very surprised, and I mean obviously disappointed, but just surprised if New Hampshire doesn't allow solo performers inside. I can see not wanting to get a whole band together.
Yeah.
Which,
I think that might change soon because the governor has already changed some rules about the restaurants. So you're gonna have to do some stuff in between barriers inside to try to save some of these local restaurants downtown, especially here on Elm Street.
I think we need another song.
Well, quick question first. Michael Alber in the Facebook live chat has a specific question for Amanda. He wants to know what kind of guitar you play.
oh, it's
Good question.
I'll take this stuff off real quick so the camera can see it. It is a Taylor. I don't know the exact model name. I'm terrible with model names, but I remember it was 2016. I had to buy a new guitar, and I certainly didn't think I was going to come across a Taylor I could afford, but I did, and it was like love at first sight.
Yeah, yeah, very cool, very cool. Well, yeah, let's we'll go with John's suggestion. If you want to play another song for us, that would be wonderful.
Sure. Eric, do you have another request? Should I do a new one?
How about that? A song about the breakfast.
Okay.
You have a song about breakfast?
I do have a song about breakfast.
After, let's play the other one there. The new one that you've been playing when I come into the studio.
Well, maybe we'll play that at the end of the show.
Yeah, the end of the show is a good one. Yeah,
Yeah,
I know
yeah.
Amanda's never heard that. Actually.
Right, yes. All right, go ahead, Amanda.
So this is a song called Love and Breakfast. I wrote it. I kind of like switched the story around. I wrote it about pretend characters, but I was sick after a gig one night and slept in my car, and my boyfriend met me for breakfast the next morning. So that kind of sparked the idea, and then I took pretend characters and crafted the song.
Okay.
Exit 36, 7 a.m. On the road, slept in my car again. Morning coffee, wish I had a friend. But then walked in a blue-eyed boy. And I never thought that I'd be thanking God for love and breakfast. Sunday morning, hallelujah, to keep my soul in check. And there's no better cure for a hangover than blue-eyed boys and bacon. Just like Mother Mary used to make it. Here's to love and breakfast. His sunrise smile shot me like a gun. He sat with me and asked me where I'm from. Then he showed me all around this little valley town he loves. I need to know this boy. And I never thought that I'd be thanking God for love and breakfast. Sunday morning, hallelujah, to keep my soul in check. And there's no better cure for a hangover than blue-eyed boys and bacon. just like Mother Mary used to make it. Here's to love and breakfast. Phones exchanged and places named, walking back to that cafe, but this time ordering to go. And I never thought that I'd be thanking God for love and breakfast. Sunday morning, hallelujah, to keep my soul in check. There's no better cure for a hangover than blue-eyed boys and bacon, just like Mother Mary used to make it. Here's to love and breakfast. Eggs at 3:02, 7 a.m. On the road, slept in my car again.
Ooh, very nice.
I've
very
ever told you that
nice.
story years ago. My
Did you go?
Uh-oh.
Oh, you have to warn me so I can take some pictures, Eric.
oh, crazy.
This isn't
Was
about this isn't about somebody throwing away your mail, is it?
No,
Okay, because that would make me cry.
this is years ago. My parents know I'm a big fan of you. My father said, "Hey, was Amanda McCarthy on the Dick Clark's Rockin' New Year's Eve?" I said, "I don't think so. I think it was the other Amanda McCarthy."
Oh, that's
Ever tell you
right.
that story?
You have
I
that?
remember.
Yeah.
I remember you texted me one day. You
6
were
years ago.
"Congrats on being on Dick Clark's," and I was like, "What?"
She was on. I didn't see it because I was work. I was. This was like maybe 4 or 5 years ago. I was over working at the arena, and it was the Monarchs when they were still playing. There's nothing going on at the arena now because of COVID. And she was on like at 8 o'clock. You know, she wasn't the performer that came on when the ball drops.
Oh,
But obviously, it wasn't you.
I mean, I wish it was me, but
There's another Amanda
Obviously.
McCarthy out there.
wow.
I mean, if they look her up and they find my website, I mean, I won't argue it. But yeah, that was
there you
not
go.
me.
There you go.
But Matt, I don't know if you knew that. There's another Amanda McCarthy.
I
out
did
there.
know that because that came up during one of our previous interviews. Yeah, I forget like how you dealt with that
So
because you've had actual communication with her, right? If I remember correctly.
I don't
Really?
think I've communicated
Oh.
with her.
Oh,
There
okay.
are people.
So I remember I was younger, and I would go to shows, and there'd be a flyer up, and there'd just be this blonde, smoking hot blonde, bombshell on the flyer, and I'm like, yeah, that's not me, no. But that's when I became, and this probably ended up being a good thing. That's when I became so obsessed with like social media. I was like, I want, when people search my name, I want to be the one that comes up.
Yeah.
I hooked my website up with all sorts of keywords and, search engine optimization and, bought domain names. And I just became a social media fiend because some people were like, well, you could take a stage name. And I was like, I don't want to take a stage name. I want to be Amanda McCarthy. That's who I am.
Yeah.
And they were like, well, you could be Amanda Lee. And I'm like, no, I personally, I think the first name, middle name thing's tacky. Sorry to anyone who does that. I was like, I'm not doing that. So I became like obsessed with just growing my social media. And I mean, for the most part, I think it worked. I actually did have a run in like last year where there was a mix up, but it was because like someone she actually knew was also on the event. So at least that made sense.
Oh, no kidding. Oh, that's interesting.
As a songwriter, are you Amanda McCarthy? Or is there, because in the Screen Actors Guild, there's a John J.O.N. Hopwood, so if I ever had gotten a SAG card, I'd have to be John C. Hopwood because of the things. But I'm not sure about, as songwriters,
No, yeah.
you're Amanda McCarthy, like.
Songwriters, we can all have the same names.
Okay.
It's not like the Actors Guild.
Oh, okay.
It's just inconvenient, if anything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
No, that makes sense. Stefan Philbrook in the Facebook live chat said she has a great range, quiet, intimate, acoustic. And one night I was out at Panucci's
That's right. I remember. I was there.
when she was backed by the band and she sang Mama Kin better than Steven Tyler. Oh, very nice. Well, that reminds me. So, tell us about the. You're probably sick of talking about it at
No,
this
I'm
point.
not.
But okay, good.
But Steven Tyler?
There's a picture of you with Steven Tyler.
I'm not sick of talking about it because I still don't believe it really happened.
Yeah.
So
It is very
I
amazing.
saw Steven Tyler in '72. They used to play here in Manchester for hardly anything.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Then they charged $4 at New Hampshire College, and we were all outraged. We had $4 in 1972.
Right.
You know, like when you're 12.
Right. One
But-
of the biggest stars in the universe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this story was really funny because I was on my way to the gig that night, and my boyfriend Tom was with me, and we were joking about it. You know, we were going up towards Lake Sunapee, and we were like, oh, haha, maybe our boy Steve will walk in. Like, we didn't actually think that would happen. And then I was playing. Well, I'd played my last song, and a young kid walked in, so I played another song, which was Perfect by Ed Sheeran. And then I look up, and I see this man just gazing at me.
Yeah.
Like, not even just, like, you know, sitting there. Like, he was very intently watching me. And I was like, oh, my God, that's Steven Tyler. And I don't know how I didn't miss a beat. I guess all these years of powering through drunk people coming up to me at bars had
Yeah.
curbed my ability to keep going.
Yeah.
But I did just kind of glance at Tom, and I'm just like, you should look over right now. But I tried to keep it really discreet. So I finished the song. He clapped for me. He went to sit down. And then I just kind of stood there. And I stood there for like 30 seconds. And something me and Tom had been talking about on the car ride up was if Steven Tyler ever walked into one of your shows.
No kidding.
Again, I still don't believe this happened.
Wow.
He was like, if Steven Tyler ever walked into one of your shows, what would it be? And I was like, oh, it'd be Mama Kin, hands down. And probably because Stefan really loved when I sang that song. So I was like,
Yeah,
I must
yeah.
do that song well. I was like, it'd be Mama Kin, hands down. But I'm sitting there in this little quiet Irish bar, and I'm like, it's not the vibe to do that.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I knew I would do Angel. And I sat there for just like 30 seconds, and I was like, I got to do it. So I wasn't going to like embarrass him. I wasn't going to be like, ladies and gentlemen. But I just kind of quietly like leaned into the microphone, and I was like, I don't know if this is kosher, but I'm going to regret it for the rest of my life if I don't do it. So I hope you enjoy this song. And then I played Angel.
Yeah. Yeah. Wow.
Yeah. And then I just kind of finished, and I sat down, and I couldn't even like eat for like a half an hour. I was just shaking. And I wasn't going to go up to him. I didn't want to disturb him while he's eating. Nobody wants that.
Yeah. Yeah. Of course.
But I had one copy of my album on me.
Yeah.
Just one copy. And I was like, all right, well, after, again, going back and forth, I was like, I'm just going to write him a little note, thank him for being an inspiration to me, and just give him my album, and then be on my merry way.
Yeah.
But when I had the manager bring it over to him discreetly, he was like, oh, wait, she's still here? So then the manager told me, and I'm like, okay, I'll wait longer. And then when he was done, he came right up to me. He talked to me. He complimented my voice. He gave me hugs. It was just like, and he totally didn't have to do that. Like,
Yeah.
there was not a single part of him that was obligated to do that, but he still did, because that's just the kind of person he is.
Yeah.
And if you look at the photo, I think you can even see I was like mesmerized.
Wow. Yeah.
I was like off on another planet. I didn't believe it was real, and I still don't. And what's funnier, the other reason I don't believe this is real and that I'm just living in a simulation is that morning I had announced a new single coming out called Steven.
Oh.
Not about Steven Tyler. It was
Yeah,
about something
yeah.
totally different.
Yeah.
But I was like, that morning I posted releasing a new single on Friday. It's called Steven. Pre-save it. Check it out. And it ended up being really convenient marketing when all the newspapers started hitting me up. But that was not planned.
Yeah. Wow. That's awesome. Yeah. Yeah. You probably meet a lot of pretty well-known people in Nashville too, I would imagine.
I haven't yet.
Yeah.
I've heard it's very common, but also people don't make a big deal out of it.
Right. Right.
Like,
yeah.
it's a very different culture down there. Like,
Yeah.
if, Toby Keith walked into a bar and I grabbed a picture and posted it, nobody would blink an eye. It wouldn't be like
Right.
up here where I had, newspapers coming after me,
Yeah.
which was cool. I felt like kind of like actually cool for like 2 weeks, and then COVID happened.
Oh, yeah.
So then it all
yeah.
tanked. But I was on a good roll for like 2 weeks.
Yeah. Yeah.
But,
Wow.
just Nashville, that's the place to be. Because think how long Willie Nelson and Chris Christopherson, they
Yeah.
were writing. Chris Christopherson got out of the Army, and he was sweeping up. But then, like, Johnny Cash covered Sunday Morning Coming Down and that. And Willie, it took years as a performer. He was a great songwriter before that.
Mm-hmm.
But, yeah, you're in the right place, and time will work out.
Hoping so.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. And things,
Birthday
things will eventually.
Uh-oh.
A birthday
Eazy-G.
surprise.
No kissing.
Eazy-G has a birthday surprise. He has handed
She's here.
he has handed Amanda McCarthy a bag. What is that, like a plastic bag? What's and
Ooh.
what?
Yeah. Marshmallow pop.
Uh-huh.
Kind of religious magazine.
Wow.
Hey,
All
I'm into
right.
that. I'm a fan of Jesus.
Yeah.
And some coloring stuff. Thank you, Eric. That's so sweet.
Wow. That's that's you're way far away from the microphone, Eric.
Have you signed the wall yet?
Oh yeah.
No,
Oh.
I didn't know that was a thing.
We gotta have you sign
You can
the
use
wall.
a crayon.
But I'm sorry, Eric. Let me put your mic back
Okay,
on.
it
There
all
you
started
go.
with this guy Gonzo, and he kind of got suspended for a couple weeks by doing it. But then the suspension lasted a little longer because they just wanted to make him wait.
Yes,
He was
yes.
gone for like a month, but he's the one that signed the wall first, and now everybody else has done it.
He's a trailblazer.
At first the suits weren't.
Eric, what's the next song going to be?
Oh yeah, well, finish my crazy story. First, the suits weren't a big fan of the writing on the wall, but as you can see now, they.
Eric's
The,
brick by brick.
Oh yeah, what's I gonna? Oh yeah, I don't know if I told you the story too. A friend of mine, I alerted him that you were going to be on Channel 9 about 2 months ago. Actually, it was last month. I think it was August. You were on Channel 9.
Yes, I did.
That was videotaped months ago, probably, right there.
No, actually, I
Really?
I filmed it. I sent it in, and they aired it like a week later.
Well, anyways, the friend of mine knows I'm a big fan of yours. So I said, I called him from the hospital because I was in the hospital at the time, and he said, "Wow," he said, "You did such a great job." He had never seen you play before. I was like, he's not a big music guy at all, so he's more of a not into music, which is okay. But he said, "Wow," he said, "You did a great job."
Oh, very nice.
And
Very
of course,
nice.
when you were playing, the nurse.
Eric
one of
could
the
be a
nurses-
good public relations
One of the nurses.
to put you between like your fans, you know.
I've heard so many people be like, Eric Gagnon told me about you.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
One of the nurses' helpers
Oh.
came by. And of course, the song was playing. And I started tearing up. They said, "You okay?" I said, "Oh yeah, happy tears." Yeah.
Yeah. Well, would you like to play another song, Amanda?
sure.
Not that we don't enjoy Eric's stories, but
So we kind of told two simultaneous stories. Should I play the Steven song or should I play the Tiki Bar song I sang on WMUR?
Yeah, Tiki Bar.
Tiki Bar? All right.
Yeah.
This song is based partially on true and untrue events. That can be open to interpretation however you want. But the main goal is that we're going to go get drunk on a tropical island. This is Tiki Bar. Scorpion bowl for one, pretty please. Cherry on top, sun in the trees. Open seat next to me, but I don't care, no. Hopped on a plane, kicked up my feet. First class runaway, living the dream. Drunk by 2:45, but I don't care, no. He left me at the wedding when I lost my mind. But I got a one-way ticket to a blessing in disguise. Now I'm singing like, whoa, I'd rather be alone. I'd rather be tomorrow's night than yesterday's goodbye. Now I'm singing like, hey, I best be on my way, because I got a date at a tiki bar with me, myself, and I. Aloha and good night. Tossed my phone out into the sea. Cute bartender looking at me. I think I lost my ring, but I don't care, no. Pineapple sun, ocean blue. Running stag on the honeymoon. They're asking what happened to you, but I don't care, no. Fire at the altar, flowers in the sky. Lighten up the luau, give me the rum and I will be just fine. Now I'm singing like, whoa, I'd rather be alone. I'd rather be tomorrow's night than yesterday's goodbye. Now I'm singing like, hey, I best be on my way, because I got a date at a tiki bar with me, myself, and I. Aloha and good night. I don't want to leave this island fantasy. Real life's calling to me, but I don't care, no. Now I'm singing like, whoa, I'd rather be alone. I'd rather be tomorrow's night than yesterday's goodbye. Now I'm singing like, hey, I best be on my way, because I got a date at a tiki bar with me, myself, and I. Aloha and good night. I best be on my way, because I got a date at a tiki bar with me, myself, and I. Aloha and good night.
Excellent.
Wow, very nice. Very
I'm
nice.
not gonna believe this, but another guy, another favorite singer of mine. I don't know if you ever heard of him, Christopher Duffley.
No.
He was down in Nashville the other day, this month,
Oh.
videotaping a performance for springtime, some kind of what was it? Kind of not a radio show, but a TV show that they're gonna show in the springtime. And I'm gonna try to, maybe I can try to get him to come on the show, because he has his own podcast called The Possible Mission. He's I call him the most famous kid I know. He's blind and autistic. He's like a miracle child. He's been all over the country.
Wow.
He's in Canada. He sings all of the religious songs, gospels, not really gospel, but religious songs. He's been singing since he was like way high to just a little kid. He's played at Fenway Park. He's played over at the Fisher Cats. I mean,
Oh, I know who you're talking about.
yeah.
Oh, do
See
you?
if I
Because
can-
of the
I'm
Fisher
gonna-
Cats.
I'm gonna see
No,
if
I
I
know.
can-
Yeah.
I'm gonna see if I can get him to come on the show. Of course, he would have to have his mother and father with him because he's blind, obviously.
Right.
But he has his own podcast. And he's a wizard behind the. He knows all those buttons there. He has his own little studio at home.
I can't help but wondering what the song Steven's about. I wonder if we have time for that.
Well, let's. I'll tell you what.
We probably don't. Yeah.
No, we probably do, but we'll have to. Let's do this. We'll end with a song. But Amanda, what do we need to know? How can people follow you
question.
on social media and the website and everything? And what do you have coming up that you want people to know about?
Yeah, absolutely. So you can find me pretty much on all social media sites except for TikTok. I don't really mess with TikTok. Might be going away too anyway, but we won't talk about that. We'll stay away from that. But you can find me on Facebook, Instagram, Spotify, YouTube. I have a Twitter account. I don't really use it, but I'm there. And you can also find me at amandamccarthy.com. My website as well will have links to all of that. And coming up, I'm going to be going back to Nashville at the end of this week, just working on songs. I'll keep trying to post, clips and updates since I don't know when I'm releasing music next. And I will be coming back to New Hampshire, around the holidays, December, January, and hopefully, given the way everything goes, I'll be able to book some shows, and I'll make sure I share that info on my website and social media as well.
Very cool. Very cool. Amanda, thank you again so much. Thank you, Eric. Thank you, John Hopwood. Do you want to play us out? We'll
Sure,
hear
yeah.
one more song.
I'll play the song Steven that is not about Steven Tyler.
Okay, very good.
Yeah, that's a good one. Yeah. Oh, they're all good.
I met Steven on a hot summer night just across the Mason-Dixon line. We were sweaty, sticky and sweet, but Steven laid the groove and he kept me on beat. And I know he's 1,000 miles away, but Steven lots of room every night I play. He's my Louisville love. He's my Louisville love. He's my Louisville love. I can't get enough. He's my Louisville love. He's my Louisville love. By the light of the moon, I swear to God I'll see him soon. Punky spirit with a gentleman's soul, symphonies of silver and a heart of gold. Knew him only but for a night, but what we had was special, and I know it's alright. He's my Louisville love. He's my Louisville love. He's my Louisville love. I can't get enough. He's my Louisville love. He's my Louisville love. By the light of the moon, I swear to God I'll see him soon. Hey, hey. Ooh. I can't get enough. Ooh. He's my Louisville love. He's my Louisville love. He's my Louisville love. I can't get enough. He's my Louisville love. He's my Louisville love. By the light of the moon, I swear to God I'll see him soon. By the light of the moon, I swear to God I'll see him soon. By the light of the moon, I swear to God I'll see him soon.